Okay, so I've got the total tool set up for this application. And what I mean by that is we have 3 different extensions that can screw onto the end of this, which gives you a range of motion from 1 inch of extension to 4 inches total. So I've got about 2 inches of extension on here. It gets me a comfortable distance away from the wheel. You don't want to be too far away or you're really kind of fighting a long distance. And you don't want to be right up on it because you may, you want to give yourself a ½ inch to kind of accurately read the 2 gaps. So with the total tool, I come in and touch the rim. Just bring it up till the shaft touches the string. You'll notice we're using this high-vis yellow string, which is really much easier to read than a monofilament line. If you can see how I have my hands on the tool, I'm supporting the tip here to make sure I'm right where I want to be on the wheel. And with my backhand, I slide this in and get it close to the string, and I just use my thumb and kind of rock the end of it, because at this point, you're just being super finite, and within a few tenths of a mil, you're trying to make an adjustment with this tool until you can just touch the string. So this long flat surface on the front is specifically so that you can eyeball and make it exactly parallel to the string. And as soon as you touch it, you can see that string move. You don't want to flex the string at all. You just want to come right up on it. And at the same time, you can see I'm sighting that bubble level. It's right in the center. When I get to where I want to be, I hit 0. So now essentially I've taken the reading on the back side of the wheel, just like I did with the metric ruler. I can release this and come to the front. So I do the same thing. Come up on the wheel until the shaft of the total tool touches the string, and now I can bring it in. And again, I'm just using my thumb, just small amounts of pressure to align that, make sure I'm parallel, get my little bubble right in the middle. So with the bubble in the middle and the gauge parallel to the string, I know that I am plumb and square in both directions. And so now I can take my reading and it says minus 1.5 millimeters. You can press hold. I typically just read it so I can write it down. So when I pressed hold, I bumped it a little bit, read at 1.43, close enough. Let's say it's 1.5. And remember, when I was reading with my stainless ruler, I was at 1. And these graduations are great. They're super fine. If the camera will focus, you can see that you can go down to 1/4 of a mil. It's just hard for your eyes to catch that and to keep a steady hand. So with the total tool, I was able to get an accurate measurement, and I was able to get within a ½ of a mil. And again, you can read to the hundredths on this. It reads in, so if we, let's see, if we have that held, unhold it, you can do millimeters, which I like. You can also do decimals, which a lot of guys like the accuracy of the additional decimal point, and then fractions. A lot of stock streetcar numbers are read in degrees or fractions, so this is handy if you're doing a conversion. We don't typically use it in racing. So that's the advantage of the total tool. Do you need it for just general everyday use? No, but if you find yourself getting to the point where you've got solid suspension components, you've moved on to more race car style suspension, tie rod ends, things like that, ball joints, heim joints, you're going to want to start to take more accurate measurements. And that's where the total tool comes in.